roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Ain't no cage that can hold me down. No leash, no chains, no goddamn crown. I'm a rebel, yeah, my spirit's raw. The world can't touch what the wild man saw. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. NASRA, the North American Sim Racing Association, the NASRA 360 Racing Network, Pultz Poppers, DSR Electric and iRacing bring you coverage of the semifinals for the Series Championship of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. At night's end, 12 drivers will become 6. 1 driver's already locked in, so 5 more spots remain. There's a look at the bracket, and when again the night is over, 6 drivers will battle it out in Sim City next Monday night for the championship of Season 5. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Homestead, Miami. I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside, making his debut with the NASRA 360 Racing Network, a good friend of mine from North Carolina, now Indiana, Cody Deemers. Of course, our buddy, the redneck announcer, Braxton DeWeese, and his wife, Taylor, are at the hospital in Georgia. She is induced, and there should be a baby coming any moment, any hour, any day. So, Cody, how excited are you? Ready to see what these trucks will do as we get ready to see the lineup for the semifinal race, sir?
Well, first off, it's not Braxton DeWeese having a baby, it's Jacob Reeves.
I'm sorry, Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. You see how that y'all made me?
Sorry, I just had to correct you on that one, but yeah, no, it's cool. I've been trying to get in with these guys for a while, and I just said, you know what, if anybody can get me in here, Wesley Outland can do it. And I appreciate these guys giving me the opportunity. I actually messaged Brady LaBeouf earlier today and told him I appreciate him giving me the opportunity as well. And looking forward to it. And it's going to be a fun one. And I'm not going to be as cool as the redneck announcer, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Yes, I meant the redneck announcer, my great friend Jacob Reeves, not Braxton DeWeese. I have worked with him recently as well. And we are ready to go here in the semifinal round in the Pultz Poppers 200. By the way, Big ol' Steve Hopton is on production. Jonathan Cofield's on the pole. Stephen Thomas to the outside. Luke Smith, Kerry Tribune will make up row number 2. What has Kermit got tonight? Adam Newton and Nate Bauer on row number 3. Chad Ross, Darren Bruce for row 4. Jeffrey Johnson and Season 2 champion Brady LaBeouf make up the first 5 rows. Then it's Justin Lumpkin and Phil Pappas, row number 6. Cody?
Yeah, then rolling off in the next few rows, you got Brian Chew and Matt Cherry. And then you got in 15th and 16th, you got Taylor Peacock and Andrew Harris. And then 17th, 18th is going to be Joey Stiers and Bo Tiffany in the 18th position. 19th and 20th is going to be Cole Larson and Justin White. Then Tyler Goodwin and Robert Richards make up your 21st and 22nd position. And then rounding out your 23rd and 24th position is going to be J.D. Larson and James Kaufman.
Continuing on, Joshua Suss, Colton Hogan, row 13. Row 14 will find Stephen Page and Roger Diebold. Raul Meza, Lee Bailey, there's your top 30. And we're not done yet. Chris Blanchard, Shane Trotter, row number 16. Row 17, Tom Lester, Keith Haney. And it is Cody Knott, shotgun on the field in the number 26. Starting 35th, TJ Moore is the race director. And obviously, there's a look at the bottom right of the race analysis. 145 laps, 220 miles. This race, Cody, will be in 3 stages. Stage 1 to lap 30. Then, of course, lap 65 to the push to the finish. And there it is, or lap 85, my apologies. And there they are, 5 total sets of tires, the one they qualified for in the pits. Fuel capacity will be something we'll watch. Unlimited track, unlimited attempts of overtime. So we'll get ready to bring the action to you here for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. The championship on the line. The title on the line. Night's in. A champion will be crowned. Green flag is in the air. We are underway in the semifinals of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series at Homestead, Miami. This track, 1.5 miles. Precision banking. Something we'll be talking about, Cody, all night long as they rumble your way to the backstretch.
Yeah, and Jonathan Cofield has got it's like he's shot out of a cannon, man. And Right behind him, you got the 27. That's going to be Stephen Thomas and Luke Smith and battling side by side off the corner. And Wesley Outland, I got to tell you, Homestead, Miami, the top line where you want to be here as Cofield works back into one.
30 laps the distance for this opening stage as you see them work their way again here at the Homestead Miami Speedway, the home of the NASCAR Championship Playoff Finale, where I've wanted to have it for a long time. Glad that it's coming back from Bourne, Phoenix for the Cup Series next year. Track is 1.5 miles, 18, 20 degrees of banking in the corners, 3 degrees on the straightaway. And right now, on this 2.14 kilometer layout, it looks like maybe some fog they're fighting here on the opening lap. So that's 2, Cody, back to 1.
Yeah, then you got that 7 machine. I believe that is Kerry Tribute. He's working that outside at number 19. That's going to be Adam Newton. Adam Newton with the bottom line. He's trying to make something work, but there goes Kerry to the inside, and he's looking on the 27. That's Luke Smith as they work through 3 and 4.
You've got Cofield and Thomas. Remember, Stephen Thomas has already punched his ticket in to the Championship 6. The winner of tonight, if it is one of the bracket drivers, they're in. Everything else will be based, hopefully, on points. As right now, look at this 3-wide battle in the middle. Brady LaBeouf, that's outside the top 10. And you got Harris, Pappas, and Maurer in front of him on 2.
Yeah, looks like Pappas there in that 88 machine. Brady LaBeouf going to the outside, 3 wide for just a moment. But here comes that 33 machine. Diving to the inside. Trying to get to the inside of Pappas. Pappas on the outside. Excuse me, that's the 38 machine. Chad Ross, bear with me on these numbers. And
all the while, Jonathan Cofield in the lead, but look at this 3-wide battle down to the inside. This is for 4th. Adam Newton up on the high side. Kerry Tribute. There's Kermit down up on the top. Remember, our colleague new to the booth, Cody Deemer, said they're going to like running the outside lane. You want to drive this place, Cody, like Darlington, but you don't want to hit the safer barrier like that because you can damage your truck like we saw for Kerry Tribute.
Yeah, Kerry Tribute going to get in the outside wall there. And to the outside goes Luke Smith. And that outside line, man, it's just, you can keep the momentum up. You can keep the outside line working there. As we see, I believe that's the 27 of Luke Smith there. He's looking to the inside. Thought about it, tucks back in line. Looks like a conga line right now as they work back into 3 and 4, Wesley.
The way they stay currently for the moment right now as they work their way back across the stripe. We are in the opening stage. This will take us all the way to lap number 30. The winner of this race, if they are one of the bracket driver finalists, will go and join Stephen Thomas. Stephen Thomas, right there. There he is. He's in the finals. All he's got to do is just have a fun night and win. If he crashes, he can just exit the left and say, hey, exit stage right. I come back. And I'm in the final race next week for the title at Vegas. Right now, he's in second as Kerry Tribute right there behind him. And we see a battle with Harris and Newton side by side all 4.
Yeah, looks like Harris going to dive it down to the bottom there in 3. Pulls alongside of Adam Newton as they're side by side working into 1. Harrison on the bottom. Newton, they're going to door contact a little bit there, Wesley.
Oh, baby. Maybe a little too close for comfort than maybe what it needed to be. They'll still hold it together, though. Up top side, look at this awesome aerial view. There's Harris on the inside. Newton up on the outside. He's got Smith behind him. Down below, the 0-5. Keep an eye on Bruce. All this happens now as they work their way from turn 4 down the front straightaway. And again, getting started with this semifinal race. Very quickly, we'll pause for 10 seconds of radio identification on CRN. This is the NASCAR Truck Series Playoffs.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Thank you for joining us. If you're listening on the radio, 87.9 FM, and we are CRN.com. Don't forget about the Cops Truck Series. The playoffs are continuing Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Check out the little graphic up on the top right on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Cody Deemers in for Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer, expected to become a daddy anytime. Lap number 10 of 30, 20 laps in the opening stage here at Homestead. And Justin Lumpkin right now, you're on board with him as he currently patiently works his way around the racetrack. He's in the top 15.
Yeah, the 38 machine, that's Chad Ross. He is working to the bottom, but Lumpkin on the outside there, Wesley. He is still using that momentum. As I said earlier, you can keep the momentum. The bottom line, you can throw it in there, slide almost like a slide job, like you're on a dirt track. But as long as that guy on the outside has the momentum, and there you seen, here comes Lumpkin back to the inside of the 38. We're dirt tracking it here at Homestead.
We are dirt tracking on a Monday night, if you will. So we watch these guys working their way around the corner. Here we come off turn 4. By the way, I have been informed details will be coming soon on the return of the Wednesday night TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series. I know that Justin White and company are kind of working on all the deals on the schedule. And I do know that plans is to have a ARCA development series on Thursday night sometime during the summer. But for right now, it's just Monday and Friday. And this series is down to the home stretch with the semifinal, penultimate race of the season tonight. Vegas next week. And then we'll reset and do it all over again with the premier NASRA Truck Series on Monday and Friday. Right now, there goes Joey Stiers. You're on board with him in his man cave. Hey, buddy, from Indianapolis. He give you a wave. And right now, he sits quietly in the top 15 there, Cody, heading to 3.
Yeah, he's just down the road from me there in that number 23 machine as he works to the inside of Matt Cherry in that number 50. Oh.
Robert Richards, by the way, tonight making his 430th career start. Raw Mesa tonight, 419. Stephen Thomas, career start. Correction, more 420 career starts for Raw Mesa tonight. Stephen Thomas at 419. And right now, Phil Pappas up high. There he is. Cody, I know you're new to this. Our producer talks in our ear. Sometimes it makes me and Jacob seem like we're loco in the cabeza. Don't know what we're doing on the air. You know, you do it to us. You do it sometimes to us on the elevated TV side of things. So you know,
this is different.
Freak out.
This is
you
different.
You gotta be able to multitask, right? Don't just be in mid sentence and then go, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, no, it's
in the lead right now. Thomas Tribune right now with Harrison Newton, and here comes LaBeouf. He'll go to the high side, pitch it up to the top shelf as they work in 4.
LaBeouf running that Larson line, Wesley Outland, running that skimming the wall almost. He's trying to make up moves, and he's doing it slowly but surely. But right in front of him, you got Newton and Harris. They're duking it out. Newton on the bottom, Harris on the outside, side by side, and we got a caution.
Got a caution. First Surf Pro caution of the night. Let's see, it's Keith Haney, trouble in the 87. Keith Haney around Blanchard and Mike maybe had got a piece of it. But it is the M1 Esports, number 87 of Keith Haney, putting us under our first Surf Pro caution at the midway point of lap number 15 of 30 in stage 1 at Homestead, Miami. Here at the Pultz Poppers 220, here is a look at a replay of what happened to the 87. Whoa, sus!
Oh. He tried to put it in a hole that was not there.
He got lucky.
Go! Whoa! He tried to put her in a hole that was not there. Spotter said clear, and you were not clear, sir.
Watch it again. Watch the 80. Joshua Suss into the left rear, trying to pinch him down. Hogan got loose. He bounced off the wall. And then Suss nowhere to go. Look at him bicycle for a minute and sliding away like Paul Simon up the banking.
I don't know who that was.
Everybody missed him. Everybody missed him.
I don't know who that was, but in that camouflage truck, but great driving there is Haney coming right back up the track and just almost right in front of him, and guy almost had nowhere to go and through the bottom.
Haney again just missing those machines as We are under caution. Some people are boxing, some are not. We're just getting going. Semifinals, penultimate race. The championship will be decided next week in Vegas. And we're back at Homestead next.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Here at Homestead, Miami, the first caution about to come to a close. We've got Cody Deemers filling in for the Redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland here with you. And right now, it'll be lap number 19 when they come back to the restart zone to get back underway. Still a lot of racing left to go here, and this is just a fun track here, no doubt. Fun racetrack here. Cody, you'll just 3, 4 wide, 5 wide if you're brave enough. I mean, this is just a place that'll provide it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm so glad that they're bringing this track back for the SIT championship and not Phoenix, because Phoenix, man, it's just not a championship racetrack like Homestead is. You can do all kinds of mess. You can run the top, the bottom, the middle, the inside. It don't matter. Phoenix is a one-lane racetrack.
Ready to bring it back to green. As the field works back into the United Rentals restart zone. Pace truck is in. Field is back underway. Green flag. By the way, first caution presented by Surf Pro. Fire, water, cleanup, and restoration. Taking anything that needs to be restored, look completely brand new. More details at surfpro.com. Cofield on the launch. He's got Thomas behind him with their street truck. Fighting for the bridesmaid spot with Harrison Tribune. We got one shooting out of the line. We got trouble. That's Blanchard in trouble. It's in the back. No caution called yet. We still stay green. Chris Blanchard crashed. Let's see if we can show you a replay. We do, however, stay under the green flag. We stay green as the field comes thundering back at you, but we're going to try to get you a replay of what happened. Watch this right here. I heard you screaming there for a minute. Contact, Lumpkin, Blanchard, and Bailey.
From far away, it looked like the 9 truck almost pulled like a Pocono hit there, and there it is.
Now we got a caution. Now there's a caution. And Lee Bailey has stalled entering turn 4.
Yeah, right front's broke on that number 28 machine of Bailey there. You can see it on the right front. It's the left front's turning, the right front is not.
Yeah, caution coming out for the second time on the Nest Recycling Chevrolet. He'll now come down to the pit lane. And remember, here's something to think about. No fast repair, Cody, in this series, meaning they got to go on the damaged vehicle policy clock. It's going to take time and laps away if they do, or you just call it a night.
And I'll be honest with you, Wesley. I like the no fast repairs. You know why? Because you don't in real life truck series racing. You don't go in the pits and insta poof and you're back, repaired. You can go back out. I love it. I think it's the best thing ever invented. No fast repairs, best game ever. And then whoa, he comes in there, gives him a shot, and I think that's what broke the right front right there. Is when he hit him and then broke the left front right there.
Yeah, that second hit in the wall didn't help matters any. And here's an explanation. The trucks that when they had their incident, they were down below the bottom of the apron of the racetrack. And for that reason, it did not trigger a caution flag. Now, when he got all the way down to the apron here at turn 4 and stalled, then they had no choice but to throw a yellow flag because he had stalled right at the entrance of pit road.
And basically, that is for you guys out there watching, that is basically a hazard to pit road, and that's why the caution was thrown, because people wouldn't be able to get on pit road with a stalled race truck right there, if you didn't know.
Another caution coming out. Championship will be decided next week. And we already know one driver. I don't know why his name's not in there yet. There's a lock on it. Stephen Thomas, in the previous 2 semifinal rounds from Richmond and Talladega. Stephen Thomas is the only driver that has pretty much guaranteed himself a spot. The only way that he would not make it, now, wait a minute, I need an explanation here. If Lucas Lyons was to win this race, I just thought about it. Field's getting the one to go. If Lucas Lyons, Cody, was to win this race tonight, it would then be based on the points between the Team Blue bracket. I think Thomas has enough, so Lyons would still not make it. But I have been informed after conversations with Cody Knott earlier today, and here it is. Each top driver of each color bracket will go to the championship next week at Vegas. So, technically speaking, Cody Dean Hopton, you're dead on it not putting their name in the lock because, Cody, there's a lock saying Thomas won. That just means he won a race. If Lyons wins tonight, there could be a battle to fight for that Team Blue bracket for the finals.
Yeah. The cool thing about the playoffs, as we come back to green here, is how you gotta. It's basically like the series that NASCAR's doing, where you gotta beat the other driver. So I like that. That's pretty cool.
Green.
Back underway. Remember, they go to lap number 30. It's under 5 to go at the line. And Cofield right now showing his strengths up in front and looking really good, Deemers, as they sell it off into turn number 3.
Yeah, you see that 7 machine. That's Kerry Trabue. He's working on the outside of Adam Newton, working that outside line. Adam Newton trying to pull to the inside, trying to get some more spots. But right behind them, Wesley Outland, it's a big gaggle of traffic. But here comes Newton to the inside of Kerry Trabue. And there goes Stephen Thomas looking to the inside of Andrew Harris as well for that second position.
There certainly is. Watch him now. Boy, this has just been a quiet first start to the race, and then it seemed like the second half of stage number 1, the momentum has shifted. Right now they work their way coming off the corner, off of 4. Cofield, Harris, Thomas. By the way, we're mentioning the battle between Thomas and Lyons. Lucas Lyons, I don't even see him anywhere in sight. He might have folded. It might automatically punch his ticket to the championship final tonight. I don't see Lucas Lyons anywhere. So Stephen Thomas is the top dog of the blue bracket right now, Cody.
And, you know, that's I mean, in words, that's good news for Stephen Thomas, you know, because in a sense, he doesn't have to fight as hard as, you know, he would if Lucas Lyons was in the race. So, I mean, it's almost like giving yourself a pat on the back because, you know, you're here, you're running for third, and he's wanting more as he looks to the inside of Andrew Harris there for that second position.
I was going to say that, man. You really don't need to risk it if you're a guy like the driver of Stephen Thomas. You know you're in the finals. If something happens and you get taken out, you know, hey, man, it doesn't matter. I know I'm going to Vegas. Now, does he want to win? Is that iRacer driver mentality? Absolutely. You want to win. You want to be competitive. You want to be the top dog on the shelf, no doubt. Week in, week out. Right now, Cofield in the lead. Maurer, Harris, Thomas, Newton, and we are closing in on the final lap. Next time by of stage number 1 here at Homestead.
Wesley, I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if it's too early to say, but we got to pull a Jacob Reeves here. We ain't had no. Yeah, here comes Maurer. Maurer with a big shot. Not sure what happened with that truck. Where'd he come from there down the front straightaways? They're taking a white flag.
Pushed him to the lead. 1 to go. Maurer in front now. Set it up. Got around Cofield. Final lap of stage 1. This is it. 3 wide behind him off that 20 degrees of banking down the back straightaway. Final time, Cody. Look at Maurer pulling away from Cofield.
Shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway. That truck is on rails right now, and I believe he's got a pit stop under his belt. He's got fresh tires, Wesley Outland, so he's gonna get this win right here for stage 1.
He pitted on lap 17. No one else did. He takes an advantage of those 5 sets of tires, and he'll win stage 1 in the Pultz Poppers 220 semifinal here at Homestead, Miami. Nate Maurer gets around Cofield on the last lap and gets the stage point. Yes, 10-1 for first through 10th for stage point drivers, but Nate Maurer got to have a vote of confidence, if you will, Cody Deemers, knowing that he has won the opening stage and the truck looks really good.
Yeah, for sure. Winning the stage is a big deal, and I'm not sure if he's in the playoffs, but either way, this is a big deal to him, because this just adds points for himself. So
he is. If you look at the bracket, and you also look at the scoring pylon on the top left of your screen, you will see that they're all color coded. Drivers that are in black are drivers that are not in the playoff bracket or have been eliminated, but you see the orange for Team Orange, and that is Maurer. And how important is it for Nate Maurer to win over Adam Newton? Look at the bracket. Look at where he's outside right now on the cutoff. He's 12 below Newton. So this is a big thing for the driver of Nate Maurer. Adam Newton did get points, though. He's 4th, and here they come. We'll clear the bracket, and they're coming to pit road.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, especially if they get 10 points. I mean, that's a big gain winning the stage, especially when you're only 12 points behind. So that's definitely going to help him. And I'm sure right now you're going to take 4 fresh tires. You're going to use them sets of tires in the pits.
Let's bring in Nate Maurer real quickly before we go to break. And Nate, congratulations on your stage victory. Chrome Racing, I know you're battling Adam Newton for Team Orange to go to the Championship 6. Everything's looking good for you at Homestead right now.
Yeah, it'd be looking better right now if I didn't get wrecked by Nitwit last week. But I closed up the gap to 8 points there. So I couldn't take tires right there. So see what happens here.
And I got to ask you, Nate.
You didn't take tires, but you did pit at lap 17. Do you feel like you still have a pretty good fresh side of rubber, if you will?
Yeah, but even 6 laps, I've seen, in practice there, I've seen what the difference in tires were. Somebody was out on 6 lap older tires than me, and I called them really, really quick, and that said person's a really good driver in here. So even this 13 lap difference is going to be huge.
Howdy. And I got to ask you, Nate, lap 17 early in, what made you take tires that early? Was it a strategy push, or were you trying something, or what made you take a set of tires that early?
Me and Newton are good buddies. I mean, we're good buddies. We know what we're racing for here. I just had to do the opposite of whatever he did. So it worked out, thankfully. It didn't work out for my teammate Justin Lumpkin, unfortunately, but we got the stage win. We got 4 points on them, so let's just see what happens here.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night up there.
There you go, Chrome Racing driver Nate Maurer, Team Orange bracket. And you heard him say they're friends, Team Orange. Hey, me and Newton, we're teammates. We're Chrome Racing. We're in a bracket. We're racing against each other. Kind of hard when your teammate's the guy that you got to kind of knock out to make yourself hit a chance, if you will, Cody. to fight for the championship. But now that's all that's on the line. By the time the night ends here at Homestead, to see who goes to those final 6 spots for Vegas next week.
Yeah, and I gotta pull a Jacob Reeves right here. You know, your friends off the track, but when it comes to friends, you're not on the track. But that, to me, that makes me want to think we're gonna see a we have beef moment when it comes to something like that.
Unfortunately, I do not have the sound bites for We Got Beef. So I just have to do maybe this one right here. Here we go. We're back to green. United Rentals restart zone. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in. This is Glass Mechanics stage number 2 in the semifinals at Homestead, Miami. This will go to lap 85. And right now, again, Maurer leads the cavalry. They're almost 3 wide behind. We got from behind the top 10, Cody.
Yeah, they're racing hard there for that lead, and I believe that is going to be Jonathan Cofield and Andrew Harris. Harris going to work to the outside. He's going to work for Cofield, but to the back bottom, you got Maurer. Maurer still working, and you heard Maurer say the tire difference is going to be strong, and right there proves the point. Look how easy Cofield passes him, and here comes Harris working that outside. Look at Maurer on the bottom, struggling, trying to find some speed, but here comes Harris. Powers on the outside, and look at the freight train there, Wesley. He talked about it in his interview.
Cofield back out in front again. Showed how good his truck is. Driver from Mumford, Alabama. Auburn fan through and through. Up in the front spot. Harris now back to second. Look at Newton and Maurer. Watch these 2 trucks. The orange and the purple and black. They're teammates and they're in team orange. And look at Stiers. Nothing to lose for the man from Indianapolis on the inside.
Yeah, Joey Stiers, he's just here to have fun. He's just here for wins. He's not even here for points. He wants to throw a mix in it. He's in between the teammate drivers orange. Here comes the Maurer trying to work that outside again, but here comes that 7. That's Kerry Chabrou. He's in that 7th position, working on the outside as he's trying to push Maurer, trying to get him around that Stephen Thomas machine as it worked back down into 1. And here comes Chabrou way to the outside.
Three wide. Maurer, hot dog in the bun. Split him. And Kermit on the bottom of Tribune. Get out of my way, is what Kermit says. Yeah.
And I want to point out, too, Wesley, look at Andrew Harris. He's not in the playoffs, and you got Luke Smith here, and you got the Kerry Tribune battling, but look at Andrew Harris. He's in that 2nd position. He's not in the playoffs. He's just here for wins. He wants to come in here, stink up the party, take away the win, but he's got Paul Newton and Jonathan Cofield that he's got to duke it out, and more or less he's got Stephen Thomas there as well, and even Stiers. Andrew Harris, point. He goes to the inside of Jonathan Cofield, new race leader. Andrew Harris is coming in here saying, hey, I'm not in the playoffs. I want to play here today at Homestead.
And remember, they can do just that. Just because they are not officially in the finals, if you will, to try to go for the title hunt, they can go for the race win column. And that's exactly what they want to do. Andrew Harris up 15 spots. He leads the way. Cofield now back to 2nd. Newton 3rd. Remember, if you're watching the broadcast and you're looking at the upper left and the scoring pylon, the drivers in the color codes, which there should only be 11 since one's missing, and that's Lions, or those in color codes are the color-coded drivers in the color brackets that are fighting it out for the final spot to make the championship 6. Guys in black are the names in black, pardon the reference. The drivers' black bold names on the scoring pylon mean that they are only racing for winning the competition. And that's what Harris is doing right now up in front as they work off forward.
Yeah, and we see Maurer. He has fell back big time, back to the 13th position. But here's Roger Diebold and Matt Cherry. Roger to the outside of Cherry. Cherry working that bottom in that Chevrolet Performance number 54. Roger with a big run. He's going to just push Cherry down the back straight away. Instead, he's going to tuck down to the inside here in 3. Side by side as they work through 3 and 4. Here comes the 48. That's Robert Richards. And Phil Pappas, he wants to put his nose in there as well, Wesley.
Back into the corner. Working now, 1 and 2 again. And look at this now, Roger Diebold up high. Big run up top side, down below. That's going to be Richards. Number 10 position, Diebold. Richards in 11th. Robert Richards, by the way, all-time starter of Nazareth tonight. Career start number 430. On the inside, up high, battling with the 87 again as they work for the lead. Cofield below.
Cofield wants that inside line. He knows he's faster than Harris, or at least he thinks he is. Harris working the outside, knows Cofield's faster on the bottom. He plays, hey, I'm going to block the bottom. I know if I can block the bottom, it makes it harder for Cofield to pass. But what has Cofield got on the outside line, Wesley? That is the question. Does he have what it takes? He's going to pull alongside here. Harris is going to say no. He's going to put the block to him. Up to their 1 and 2. Here comes Cofield. Let's see if Cofield uses the run off of 2 down the back straightaway at Wesley to try to pull alongside of him.
Watching off of turn 4. There's Cofield looking high, looking low. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bigglestein Hopton doing a phenomenal job on the coverage. Thanks for joining us. Let us know who you're rooting on tonight. Still a long way to go in this one. As right now, we just passed 100 laps to go. This will take us 30 more laps to the second stage being completed by Glass Mechanic. And right now, Harris and Cofield in a tandem pulling away from everyone. It's Newton and Stiers in a tandem. Tribune and Thomas and Smith in a tandem as they work off 4.
Yeah, and it's almost like watching a race at Talladega. You got two trucks each in different groups, and there you see them off of turn number 4 working down the front straightaway. And here's a battle. Once again, that 7 machine, that's Kerry Tribune. You got Stephen Thomas, then you got Luke Smith. These 3, Wesley, cannot get away from each other. I feel like it's like a horse and pony show. You got your 3 trucks on top of each other, and nobody wants to get away from each other as they work into 1 and 2. Here comes Thomas. Thomas dives down to the bottom.
Thought about going 3 wide there for just a minute. Oh, baby. It almost got excited as Luke Smith on the up top side, making the move on Thomas. Right now, I could say this with no hesitation at all. Stephen Thomas has locked himself in to one of the final 6 spots for the championship next week at Vegas. The absence of Lucas Lyons, the win at Richmond for Stephen Thomas, if you will, punches him in to the finals right now. He's just racing and moving in to 6th around Smith going into 1.
Yeah, and here, as Bigglestein Hopkins just said, around the outside comes that 27 machine of Luke Smith. And we saw a while ago when we were on board, Wesley, a big run off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, pulled alongside Stephen Thomas, got around him, but here comes Stephen Thomas. And again, these 3 just cannot get away from each other. I love the cigars,
Stephen
just thinking
Thomas.
to say.
Yes, sir. Big guitars and big cigars down on the bottom there, going after Kermit. And Smith up high. Pinched in on the outside lane by more trucks, and Kermit's going to battle back. That's Luke Smith to the 27.
Yeah, here comes Smith on the outside of Thomas, and Thomas going to use that run once again. But I want to point out, too, Wesley, look who's right behind this battle. Brady LaBeouf. He's laying in wait. He's quiet. He's methodically working his way up there. He is climbing the ranks. Going to put his nose in there when it strikes. But here comes Luke Smith once again back to the bottom. And I believe y'all call him Kermit the Frog. Wants that run down the back straightaway.
Kermit the Frog. Listen to our producer. He'll tell you. Up top, Thomas opens the door. Kermit now back on the inside. There goes Smith. There's the battle. 6th and 7th. And Thomas inking, boy, a little blink there for a minute as Maurer and Chew on pit road. Stage 1 winner and the man they call, what the hell does Jacob call him? The Holla Daddy? I call him the Mr. Restrictor Plate.
Freddie LaBeouf laying in wait, and you listen to that throttle play, Wesley Outland. I don't know if our producer can get a good shot of it, but listen to that throttle play through the corners of Brady LaBeouf, trying to save a little bit, trying to make it a little bit further as he dives in here. He's going to drive it in hard. He's going to try to let the truck push up a little bit, try to use that momentum, keep it up, run up the bottom, as he's going to tuck right into the arrow of the 54 of Matt Cherry down the back straightaway. He's going to tuck back down to the bottom. He's trying to kill the draft off the guy behind him as well.
And all the while, they work off the corner. By the way, closing in on around 20 laps remaining here. 22, actually, in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. This will take us to lap 85, and then that final push for the race. So far, a very calm event. Couple of cautions in the opening stage, a very quiet stage 2, as Brady LaBeouf now for a falling back. Trying to get into the top 10 is, there goes Richards in the fence. Driver from Gastonia into the wall, longtime starter of NASRA, 4:30 tonight. Gets around Season 2 champion LaBeouf and more.
Phil Pappas also got in the wall right behind him. It's almost like an accordion effect, just following him right into the outside wall there. And, you know, you're going to happen this. This race track is almost like Darlington. If you don't get you a Homestead stripe like you get a Darlington stripe, you don't get a Homestead stripe, you ain't driving too close. You're driving too far away from the wall. And here comes that 7 machine. He's working to the inside. There you see Joey Stiers, and I feel like he's in his kitchen, Wesley.
That's the man cave of Joey Stiers. And, man, sometimes he has just any and everything you can think of. Look at the telemetry. Look at the setup. Look at the monitors.
He's even got us
He'll
up top.
wave at us in a moment. He'll say hello in a minute. He will. He'll wave hi. He'll say hello.
See, he looks to the inside of that number
Hello,
7.
Moto. Is it hello, Moto? Yeah, Joey Stiers. There you go.
Hello,
Yes,
Moto.
You'll see him. Just stay on the camera with him. He'll wave at us. When he hears us talking about him, he'll wave hi. You watch.
He's focused right now. He's focused.
There he goes. I told you he would. Hey, just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm focused. I'm trying to get by this carriage view guy.
Whoa! Hold on, Luigi and Carrie Tribune side by side. Boy, that was Joey Stiers. Boy, don't take his focus away. But, you know,
He
he was one-handed them off. He was one hand on him. One hand on him.
It reminds you of that song, Jesus Takes the Wheel.
Yes, please don't try to sing it again.
This is why we're announcers and not singers, Wesley Allen.
Sometimes I try to sing and I scare the audience away. The numbers are dropping. By the way, please come back. Don't forget to subscribe and like us on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Thanks to Pultz Poppers. Beaglestein Hopton doing a phenomenal job on the production. Our one-man Ozzy. He actually got me in with the Australian eNASCAR series. I'm actually going to be Cody getting up. Well, I got it the other night after announcing races over the weekend. And tonight, for that matter, I will be getting up, I guess, at 5:30 in the morning. And we'll be calling the Australian eNASCAR Xfinity series for... Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. He kind of threw my name out there. Right now, Cofield in the lead. Harris. And there's the battle with Tribune. And Thomas, and that's going on now for 5th. Got to keep it off the fence as they come to the line. They'll be lap number 60 next time by.
And I wonder if them right rears are going away on some of these trucks. I mean, you seen Thomas get real big time loose there off of 4, and makes me wonder, Wesley, if we're going to start seeing green flag pit stops. I'm not sure what the pit mileage is, but definitely starting to see a lot of these trucks starting to get loose. As here comes Thomas working to the inside of Stiers, as Stiers work on the outside line, trying to keep the momentum. Here comes Thomas. Thomas works to the inside, and he's going to clear him off of 4.
Working lap 60, about 25 remaining to lap 85. Remember also, this race is 145 laps, so we should be approaching the halfway mark. Also, before the end of the second stage, will be around, lap number 73, I believe. As right now, there they are. And there they go. Richards and Pappas and Diebold. And this battle going on now for the top 10. That's Pappas in the fence, the 88 machine in trouble. Here comes Diebold. And now Pappas with renewed vigor from the outside to the inside around Richards. 2 for 1 for the 88 in turn 1, Cody.
Yeah, Pappas with a big momentum drive there. And he's got the help of that number 14, Roger, and he's got Mauer right there as well. And I believe Mauer is actually a lap down. Yes, he is. He's the first truck a lap down. So if, say, the caution would come out now, that 971 truck of Nate Mauer, he would actually get the free pass here in this one. And he's still working in them fresh tires. There you see him over all these other trucks who are on old tires. Almost 30-lap old tires, I believe.
Side by side, Diebold and Richards. Bullock. Oh, Peacock, and Pappas. He had to shut the door there for a minute. Contact between Diebold and Richards. Pappas had to really check up and get on the binders. And Peacock had nowhere to go. Peacock.
Pappas with a big checkup there. And he's got that momentum, but the 48 machine of Richards just trying to keep the momentum up, and he keeps shifting up, knowing he's clear, knowing he's there, and he gets in the wall as well. As here comes Justin Lumpkin in that number 18. There you see him, the little flame going around. Justin Lumpkin. Oh, there goes the 48 Richards way down the bottom. Here comes Pappas. Pappas works to the outside. He wants more.
And look at Justin Lumpkin right up the middle. You're on board with him just a moment ago in the bottom right. And there goes Pappas on the fence again. Up high, Taylor Peacock, by the way, the blue, the green, white, and black truck, number 81. He won last week at Talladega. What a crazy finish that was! Boy, oh boy, one for the record books, no doubt.
Listen, Wesley, they always say you leave everything at Alabama. Ain't that how the saying goes, or is it you leave everything in Vegas? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I think you're right.
Oh! Thomas with a big wiggle.
Thousandths of a second to finish between Matt Cherry, Taylor Peacock, as Matt Cherry was able to pick up the win over Taylor Peacock last week. And Matt Cherry now, there's a couple of drivers again that are in that team black category. They're just, except for Peacock, he's in yellow, but he needed that win, came up short. Now he's got to have a good night tonight for the 81 to go to the championship 6. A former regular season points champion of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Coming down to the line, we're also seeing boxing. Trucks are coming on the pit lane. And we see Smith and Stiers going at it again. Cody in at 1 and 2.
On the bottom, Stiers on the outside. Stiers, the Indianapolis native, only just a few short miles away from me. And whoa, big time loose there by that number 27 machine. And I believe we're going to see pit stops coming very, very soon as everybody's starting to get in the wall. There you see Harris, I believe.
We did see some people pit. And that takes everything away. We got a caution. It's James Kaufman, Jeffrey Johnson, the third, and others spun. There they are. Caution out now. Fourth caution of the race presented by Surf Pro at the Pultz Poppers 220. Down on the bottom of the backstretch. Shy. Oh, look out, Kaufman. Going around again, and here's your replay for what happened to the 33 and the 25. And Cody, it looked like they were a dead heat side by side.
Yeah, this looks just like a racing incident. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, the 25 just got a little loose there, gets in the 33. That's hard racing, man. I mean, you're on over 30 lap old tires. You know, in Homestead, each tires, it's like a cheese grater on tires, especially off the corner. And yeah, he just gets a little loose, tries to check up. Car on the truck on the outside got loose, bang doors, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at these rates of speed and these old sets of tires.
I got a feeling pit road's going to open up here any minute. We saw just a Lumpkin pit. They're pitting again. And there's a look at the replay. Again, the contact between Kaufman and Jeffrey Johnson. And before we go back to our timeout, look at everybody boxing in. 4 tires, fuel, 2 tires, maybe fuel only, maybe tires only. Adjustments being made. Cofield in, out, new leader. Lap 70, heading to halfway, and we step away from Homestead, Miami. When we come back, we final up stage number 2 here at the Pultz Poppers 220.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Fade to black, fade to color. Welcome back. 4th caution of the race. Cody Deemers filling in for the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. I want to send a big congratulations to him and his wife, Taylor. I don't want to go into all the details. I know he has talked about it on the door banging download. They've tried 2 times before to try to have the baby, and it didn't work in their favor. The 3rd time is a charm today, and obviously she had to go to the hospital to be induced, be put in labor, and that's kind of what they're waiting on right now, is just a push, and then a little baby will pop out for Jacob Reeves to hold. We're coming back to green. Cody Deemers in the house. Elevated TV, if you want to check out some of his stuff. Filling in for the redneck announcer, and we are back underway. Cofield on the whole shot. Newton right behind the receiver. All the turn 1 and 4 wide, baby. Yes, sir.
And that's expected here. Oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, somebody's going to get in the wall.
Richards. Correction. That's Haney. What a dive. Harris from the outside to the top, and we're 4 wide again. Remember, here at Homestead, you can race 4 wide. Precision banking at its finest. And watch them scram going into turn number 1.
Cofield trying to catch. Oh, we're 3 wide. 4 wide. Backs are in the back. Holy guacamole. As you got 3 and 4 wide racing, and everybody keeps it clean. Everybody checks it out. The 18, I believe that's Lumpkin, Pappas, Stiers, and they are wanting more, Wesley. They're still 3 wide as we...
This looks like I-95 trying to get down to the beaches of Miami, and then everybody after 4th of July fighting to get their asses back home again. Look at this. Whoa. Hold on. Goodwin up high, battling with last week's winner, Cherry. The 54, excuse me, coming through. And he's 3 wide. He's driving like a beat-off teenager that just got his driver's license in 3.
Got that. You got the blue truck on the bottom. I'm not sure. I believe that's the 05 of Darren Bruce in that 05. He is trying to run down Tyler Godwin. And we got a lot of new names up front here, Wesley. And a lot of these guys, we got the top 2 are not even in the playoffs. That's another big thing is we're still 3 wide. Here comes Cofield. Cofield getting passed up there by the 13 of Tyler Goodwin as they work down the back straightaway, and they're still slicing and dicing.
Meza, Raw Meza down to the bottom. Battles again with the 87 of Haney. That's now for the top 10. Put him to 10th. Here comes Cofield now, free falling. Had a strong truck at the start of the race. Remember, he was in the lead. You talk about having tires, new tires. Cofield was in the lead when they pitted. Now he's back to 11th or 12th. And we're halfway home.
That 37 of Raul Meza. I know I said that wrong, but here comes Lumpkin. Lumpkin right there. He's got Tyler Goodwin all over his back bumper. Here comes Goodwin. Goodwin going to drive to the outside. Here comes, oh, man.
Caution out. It is last week's winner at Talladega, Matt Cherry. Won that race 16 thousandths of a second over Taylor Peacock at the finish. And right now, he crashes. He is not in the championship hunt, just wants to win races. And Cherry has got involved in an incident. Let's watch this. Oh, boy. The man that's knowing they're going to the finals, Stephen Thomas and Cherry, 54-44. Oh, car 54, where are you? Here's a look at it again. Hold on, baby.
Cherry.
Chevrolet, oh man, the Chevrolet Performance number 54. Matt Cherry able to keep it off the wall, the inside pit wall, and he should be able to continue along. Just get some new tires, if you will, Cody.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was just a tire play there. I don't think he come down pit road, and if he did, cold tires here work just as well as old tires. I mean, you can still get loose up off the corner, and I'm sure that he did not come down pit road, and tough break there for the number 54s. He's been strong all night. He's been up in the top 10, so we'll see what he can do when he gets them fresh tires on and comes back through the field.
Harris in the lead. Harris in the lead. And I'm being told to elaborate something here, so I'm going to elaborate. There's the details right now of the race as we are in halfway and the second half. So I'm understanding that the drivers that pitted the last time that took 2 tires or no tires are in the top 12 right now. I'm sorry, they're outside of the top 12. My apologies. They're outside of the top 12 right now. So some of those drivers either took 2 tires, 1 tire, or no tires. And if they did, they're outside the top 12 right now. I think it just goes to show you, Cody, how important it is to take on 4 new sides of rubber when you can. 4 new freshies, as Jacob Reeves says, before we get ready to go back to green here, man. We're about to wrap up stage 2 also.
Yeah, and honestly, stage 1, we had that quiet stage where everybody's filling everything out. And here we've had that kind of chaotic stage. But we did have a long green flag run. And, again, your top 2, people that, are not in the playoffs. These guys just want to come in here and they want to basically stink it up. They want to come in here and they want to just road race it for wins. And then you got that guy that in third, Roger. He's right there. He's in that green bracket. He's fighting that guy that's sitting in, I believe, 27, 26, somewhere along in there. So right now he's sitting good. So you got a lot of guys up front that are trying to fight their way into the playoffs, and Roger Ebolds is doing just that by being ahead of Phil Pappas.
There's a look at the upcoming schedule for what's to come. And there's only one more left after tonight. Vegas, Sim City, Set My Soul on Fire, Elvis, Neil Diamond, Wayne Newton. Try to virtually get him there. They'll be getting ready for the finale for Vegas next week to determine the hell no, Secret and Royal not invited, no Tigers, but back underway. And we're ready to settle it here with 7 remaining and cloud cover, Cody, over the racetrack now as we near the end of Glass Mechanic Stage 2.
And Smith and Tribune, they're side by side working down the front straightaway. They're trying to put Andrew Harris 3 wide there. They are wanting that win. And here comes Darren Bruce there, Wesley Outland. Somebody that has been inside the top 10, but here he is inside the top 5, and he's working up on 4th. And again, Tribune and Smith cannot get away from each other.
Off of turn 4, here they come down to the line. Closing in on under 5 remaining here in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. It'll all be decided tonight.
And just as quick as it started, Wesley, it's about to end. We're here with stage number 2.
Look at the weather. Look at that. Humidity 90%. Can you imagine how miserable that is? 100 degrees track temp.
That's about how it was 2 weeks ago.
This one here. Yeah. Harris now the new leader. Remember, Nate Maurer, winner of stage 1. Where's Nate Maurer at now? Nowhere to be found in the top 10. He's now all the way back in the top 15. And now Harris, another driver that is a non-playoff contender up in front. But Kerry Tribune trying to rack up all the points he can. He's on the high side.
I got to point out, there's only 4 drivers in the playoffs that are in the top 10. Everybody else is outside that top 15, almost outside the top 20. I mean, this is wild. You got all non-playoff drivers just looking for wins inside the top 13, and then there's 4 of them in there that are trying to advance to the round of 6.
And they saved it. That's the question.
Stage 1 winner, he's back there in that 13th position, Wesley. That's Nate Maurer. He is definitely falling off here, but Andrew Harris, he is coming around. He's looking to get home stage number 2 here. And again, Tribune wants them stage points, Wesley Outland, as he is in the playoffs. He is fighting for the playoff points. So all these points, extra points, will help him in the end.
And remember, this is the last lap. Stage number 2, Glass Mechanic, Harris, Tribune. If you're rooting on one of the bracket drivers, it's the man of the color code, number 7. Here comes Bruce now. Down the back straightaway. But this man right here, Kerry Tribune, will get 9 points out of the deal because the other guys are non-playoff contenders, but they do get points for winning the stage. Here comes Andrew Harris, up 15 spots to come to the line. He will win Glass Mechanic Stage 2 and the Pultz Poppers 200 here at Homestead, Miami. And now, the most important stage of about 11 drivers' life of iRacing and esports is about to go down. If you want a shot, Cody Deemers, to make it to the half dozen to fight for Vegas championship odds next week.
Yeah, this is definitely the time to do it is here in stage number 3, and Tribune is definitely right there. I mean, he finishes second there. That's going to pick him up, I believe, 9 points to add to what he's already got. So definitely going to be interesting to see who's going to come out here victorious here as we come to the home stretch.
We're going to take a break. We're going to grab Harris on the other side because they're making pit stops. We're taking a pit stop, and we're deciding who's going to be the 6th for the title at Vegas when we return.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. And we are ready to settle it out here for the final race before the Championship 6. And Cody Deemers filling in for the redneck announcer Jacob Reeves as his wife is giving birth to a hopefully very healthy baby to come. And if that wasn't enough, joining us is Andrew Harris. Andrew Harris, Stage 2 winner. I know you're not racing for the championships, but you're doing all you can to still make some noise here. How's that truck as we get ready to go back for a restart?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I like to be out front. It sucks that I'm not racing for the championship or anything like that, but at least be up here battling out with these guys. Unfortunately, I'm on a different tire strategy, so I think I may be a little bit lax here in the last stage, but we'll see what happens.
Do you feel like there's going to be craziness here going off, especially for many of the playoff guys fighting to make the final 6?
I definitely do think that there will be craziness. I don't think this is going to go green in any way, but if it does go green, that would play out really well for me. So we'll just have to see, I guess.
And by the way, what Discord are you in, channel? Do I need to bring you back? Which one is it?
Up front.
Up front. There you go. Thank you. Up front, Andrew Harris. We're coming back to green. Ladies and gentlemen, the final stage before the finale at Vegas. Coming to the line, lap 90. Less than 55 to go here at Homestead as we are back under green.
3 wide.
3 wide. Oh, baby. Look at this.
Oh!
We told you it was going to be aggressive. And there they go. Diebold shot like a hot dog flying through the bun, the meat, the sandwich, and he forgot the mayo. Don't forget the Grey Poupon, my friend. Here comes Goodwin on the high side.
Goodwin working
Middle lane is Maurer. Watch Maurer. Maurer, remember, stage 1 winner. He needs to win this race. He's in 11th now.
Darren Bruce in that 0-5. He's looking to the inside. Thought about it. He's got a big push though from the 27. That's Luke Smith. Whoa! Darren Bruce. He's looking to the inside. Cole Larson falling back on that outside. All these guys on fresh tires working to the inside, and some of these guys are out to a lunch, and some of these guys are telling them they better pack a lunch because they're going to the front.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, can we do this now? Can we put it up there? Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that our friend, our buddy, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, and his beautiful wife Taylor have finally given birth to this absolutely beautiful baby. When we were under commercial, they sent it to me, and I about just started to cry there. I'm so happy for my friend. I love you, brother. July 7th, 5:51 p.m. That beautiful baby is a part of the Reeves family. Oh, my goodness.
You look just like Jacob.
Jacob Reeves, the redneck announcer. You did it. Congratulations, my friend. I love you, brother. I'm just... Hey, guys, I just got emotional there. My apologies. I'm just...
Hey, Jacob Reeves, can you do us a big wave like Stiers did? Wave at us.
Oh, boy. Brian Chu pushed that on line there for a moment. Yes, sir. Down to the inside. Oh, boy, he's trying to keep his composure. Why I am as well. I got a little teary-eyed, guys. I'm not going to lie to you, boy. Grown men cry, too. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I'm so happy for my friend Jacob Reeves, brother. I love you. Congratulations to Taylor. Everybody, send love to our buddy. Look at this, 3-4 wide. Here we go, baby. Oh, Richard sideways and LaBeouf sideways for a minute. He backed away from Larson. This is Chu in the middle. Brian Chu, I think, is a lap down or more amongst this fight going on off turn 4. Wow.
Still very
And
wide.
Brian Chu is on the lead lap. My apologies. Brian Chu is on the lead lap. And look at Cody Knott in the middle lane.
He's up 14 spots. Moving his way up there to the front. Going back up here, Luke Smith, Darren Bruce, side by side. And again, Tribute Smith. It's like they got a magnet tied to each other. It is literally like they got a magnet tied to each other. The trucks look the same. They can't get away from each other. And Tribute and Smith not in the playoffs. Tribute's in the playoffs. They just can't get away from each other. I don't know. We're gonna have to go out there and expect them for magnets, Earl Wesley Allen.
Hold on to it, buddy.
Oh, Cofield in the back, a good one there.
Got you another one, Dean, when you're able to check as we see Page drop down to the inside. Look at this now. One more move on the bottom as there goes up top Maurer. On the inside, the 87 of Haney. That's the top 10. Page now shuffled out of line. Look at now Cofield. Cofield going after White Goodman from Dodgeball. But it's actually Tyler Goodwin is there side by side for a minute and 2 there.
Yeah, Cofield, the guy that started on the pole there, he's working his way back to the fields. He fell deep after that pit strategy. But here comes that 38 machine. Chad Ross, Phil Pappas right in front of him, side by side. And Pappas going to try to hug the bottom with Chad Ross. But here comes Cofield. Cofield along the push. But here comes Goodwin. Goodwin working on the outside. And there's a big line of traffic behind him. And Cofield going to go through the middle. Nope. He's going to tuck up behind Goodwin. Knows Goodwin can pull him around him.
Thought about shuffling out of line. It's going to be Cofield now up the top shelf here. He'll make a move now, 2 for 1 on the good wrench machine of Ross. Harris now reeling him in. Haney as well. There goes Goodwin. They'll get by those trucks as they work their way to the back straightaway. Next man they'll set their sights on is Pappas in the 88 and 3.
Cofield working that bottom still. Then right behind them, you got Goodwin. Then you got Haney, Ross, Maurer. Maurer's right there as well. Nate Maurer. Oh, here you are on board with him. He's working on the outside. He was your stage 1 winner. Looks like Keith Haney going to get in the wall there a little bit. Scrapes or throws some sparks at him. Says, hey, how you doing? Here comes that 971 working his way back to the front. Then you got that 67, Haney, working the bottom.
Haney up high, Maurer right behind him by about half a truck length. And look at now, Ross on the bottom as well. Opens the door to the 19. That is going to be Newton. Keep an eye on the driver, Adam Newton, trying to get back into this battle here. And look at Meza, Raw Meza. What a strong run for the Surf Pro entry. Currently 12th, started in 30th. Keep at it, man.
Yeah. Meza working that outside line there, working down the back straightaway. Here comes Meza. Meza to the hot shoe shot out of a cannon. Here comes the 81 as well. That is going to be Tyler Peacock.
Another solid run. Keith Haney now climbing. Started 34th. He's up to 8th. Right now, 26 spots. Raw Meza up 18. Remember Andrew Harris? He was up 15 spots when he won stage 2, and he's in the lead now at lap 101.
Ofield, Bruce, Pappas. This all going on. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Duking it out. 2 by 2 by 2. Here comes the 13 machine of Goodwin. But meanwhile, Tribune, Smith, they're like twins. You can't get them away from each other. Kermit the Frog on the bottom. Then there comes Tribune, Cofield, Pappas, still side by side. Here they are, 3 wide right behind Wesley Outland.
And what a show they're putting on, and it is not done yet. So glad you're joining us. As right now, the racing action is hot, fast, and furious as we close in on 40 laps to go. There goes Cofield. Cofield now battling with Pappas. And speaking of the weather, oh yeah, things are spicing up a bit on the track because it's hot. It's hot on the track as well. Track temp at 102. Ambient temp right now around 80 degrees, but the humidity is unbearable as they work the back straightaway.
Yeah, and when we started the race, we were at 113 degree Fahrenheit track temp. Now we're down to 102. That is going to cool the racetrack. That means these trucks are gonna get a little bit tighter, not too much, a little bit tighter, and gonna add that grip. So they're gonna have to play that outside line a little bit. May work. As you look on board here, to the inside goes Haney. Haney to the inside of Goodwin. Goodwin there. Then the 19 of Newton. He's back in the mix. Still working down the back straightaway. Here comes Haney. Haney's back to the bottom. He thought about it. No, he goes back to the Tucson line. Here comes Newton. Newton trying to push Haney. Here goes Newton and Haney working together, pushing there. Then you got Mauer right behind them, Wesley Outland.
Are you not entertained, Cody? Are you not entertained?
I'm having a blast now. I just kind of tuned out Dean Hopkins.
Oh, don't tune him out. What the world? Don't do that to that poor guy. What the hell? Man, that guy could make you or break you. That was the wrong answer. That's all I'm going to say, brother.
If I don't tune him out, I'm going to listen to him. For
the rest of the night, boy. Look at this. And Steve Thomas is having a blinking issue. He's already locking himself into the championship 6, and right now he looks good working off of turn number 4.
Oh, Cyrus. Or Meza, Cherry, Meza. Oh, boy. And
how
Wesley,
cool is this? Whoa, Nelly. That's all I got to say in the words of Keith Jackson.
What? Oh, Cherry. Oh, Cherry. Oh. Matt, oh, man. Oh, big right back straight away.
Yellow flag is out.
Caution is out. Matt Cherry, Talladega winner last week. Caution flies, 7th one of the race here tonight. Wow.
Looks like he just got loose off a turn over 2 there, Wesley, and just gets into, yeah, it looks like he just gets loose and bam, into the outside wall. And I don't know what happened there, and it just looks like he blinks or something. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Just in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Matt Cherry. There's Justin White, and that's Cody. Oh, man. Cody Knott, who had such a great run going for him. He gets crashed out as well. Heartbreak for the number 26. By the way, that's the Cody Knott of the Pultz Poppers sponsor, his family. Oh, my goodness. Man, that's heartbreaking, Cody. Yeah, Cody, because Cody's got nowhere to go. I got too many Codys I'm talking about, Cody. But am I right, though? That's just so heartbreaking, Cody. I mean, nowhere to go for this guy, man. I mean, it was just in his own little world, and then, bam, you're crashing.
Yeah, definitely heartbreaking there for Cody Dotton. I think, Wesley, we were just talking about him being up in the top 15 or top 10, were we not?
He had a really good run going for him. Yeah. Drivers are pitting, drivers are exiting, and hey, there's our buddy. Poor Taylor. She looks definitely tired and worn out. I mean, look at the size of that thing that just came out of her. And Jacob Reeves, our buddy, the redneck announcer. And I say thing in no disrespect. A trooper for all the women out there that have babies. But there is that beautiful bundle of joy. There's my colleague, a really good friend, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. If you're wondering why he's not here tonight, he's not playing hooky. He is officially a dad. He did send me a message, and my phone was on silent, so I didn't receive it. But at 5:51 p.m. Eastern time this evening, that little bundle of joy was brought in the world, and I'm just so happy for my buddy. 7 on 7. How about that, buddy? Congratulations, Jacob. Now Dean's got to be a daddy. And Dean's our producer, Dean Hopkins, ignoring us because I said now Dean needs to become a daddy. Here's a look at a replay of what happened here again. Wow. Oh, boy.
And I'll be honest with you, Wesley. You know, being a real life racer myself,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Getting hit in the rear end of the truck hurts a lot worse than getting hit in the front end. You know why? Because you don't expect it. Yep.
Thought you were going to tell me about being a daddy because I know you're a daddy too, aren't you, Cody? Don't you have kids?
Yep. She'll be 2 in September 11th.
Oh, the terrible twos are real, I promise. Dean said he's married to iRacing. Dean said, I am married to iRacing. All you women leave me alone, I'm taken. Hell, hey, I'm single too, okay? I mean, I'm not married to iRacing. I do it for a career and a job, but I mean, you know, oh my goodness. I'm going to shut up with that. 35 laps to go. 35 remaining when they come back to the restart zone here at Homestead, Miami. We're back underway.
Oh, somebody's already in the wall back there towards the back of the field. Looks like a blue truck. I'm not sure who that was. Here comes Harris. Oh, there it is.
Yellow flag, trouble. That's the all-time starter of NASRA. 4:30 tonight for Gastonia, North Carolina's Robert Richards. Robert Richards puts us under yellow, green caution immediately. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Sometimes. It just happens like that.
Yeah.
Oh, just like the truck snapped on him. I don't know if we can get a nose or a roof cam on that one.
Another look at it from another angle. We had to pay for that kind of action.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like the truck got loose. He maybe got back in the throttle too early a little bit there and just snapped it loose, and around she went.
From another angle. On board with Robert Richards. Yeah, he did get in the wall. We just caught the glimpse of it at the end of it. We didn't think he hit it, but he did. I don't know how badly damaged it is, but it stops coming, Cody, and obviously they're ready to settle it out here.
Yeah, and we said earlier, it's going to get entertaining. When it does get entertaining, it's going to be hold your beer entertaining.
Not done yet. He does. Yeah, that's exactly what the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, said. Hold my beer, baby, on the way.
And Wesley, I got to ask you, you know, and we haven't had any. We have beef moments tonight. Everybody's been kind of calm, cool, collected. Even though it's the playoffs, we still haven't had any beef moments. I guess it's because Jacob Reeves isn't here tonight, so nobody wants to do any beefing.
I think we just ain't got to the. I just don't think we got to the craziness yet. Oh boy, White Good. Yeah, that's
Tyler
that's,
Goodwin on fire. I'm on
That's
fire,
White Goodman.
Ricky Bobby. I'm on fire. Get me out. Put me out.
Somebody zoom in and look at White Goodman from Dodgeball. Boy, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Are you by any chance Ricky Bobby? I'm on fire. 31 to go when we come back to green. Next time by. Now I'm looking at some of the chat, and Brandon Broadfoot is the only guy chatting in the chat box. Everybody else is crickets. I don't know why. Come on, people. Talk to us. Talk to me. Hello, David Cunningham. Hello. Thank you, David Cunningham. Darren Lumpkin chiming in. He says the intro song is bad to the bone. Yeah. Mark Cofield, Jonathan Sessoms. Hey, buddy. Hello, Jonathan. Kara Lumpkin. I know who she's rooting for. Jason Morella's in the house. He says one of the most tricky tracks with the aero blocking. Harris is doing it to perfection right now. We'll see what happens. Thank you, sir. All right. Wake the hell up, Brandon Broadfoot just said to everybody in the chat box. Wake up. Wesley Outland, Cody Demers. Hey, Jonathan, we're back to green, ready to settle it here in Homestead and lock in 6 for the title next week in Sin City.
There's for the big jump there, but look who's back up front, Wesley Outland. Jonathan Cofield. Back again.
Back again. And remember how, oh my, look at it, onside from the top to the bottom. What a move there by the 05 of Darren Bruce. Man, I thought he was about to spin coming off of the corner. He saved it.
Mama June Bugs on the back there.
Go.
Darren Bruce trying to run down Adam Newton. And it is a mess right here with Steven Thompson and Darren Bruce, Date Maurer. Then you got Tyler Peacock, Joey Stiers, all right there. And 2 by 2 by 2. Nobody wants to give an inch. And the truck way down to the bottom.
I'll tell you what, that is a massive cluster of trucks fighting for that spot. Here they come, working off the corner. Harris, Cofield, Smith. Sounds like a law firm. There they go. And the law offices of Kermit wants to get to the P1 spot. He's going after Harris and Cofield, who, by the way, Harris, winner of Stage 2. Maurer, 10th, Stage 1 winner. He's climbing now.
Cofield tried to go to the bottom. Harris seen it. And remember, Harris told us earlier in his Stage 2 interview that he is on a different tire strategy than everybody else. So we're going to see how that helps him as here comes Cofield. Cofield going to go to the top. He's going to swap up with Harris. But remember, Luke Smith, the Purple Frog Sim Sports, Kermit the Frog, he's right there as well. But look at the big run down the back straightaway coming from Cofield.
Kermit the Frog wants to get back into the lead. He's right there in third. By the way, he's one of those outsiders. Hey, don't forget the NASRA Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. Cops celebrating their 40th anniversary. And the NASRA Cops Truck Series playoffs Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. It is Harris in the lead. How long, though? Cofield on the bottom, under 30 remaining. They're in 2 again, Cody.
Yeah, Cofield just cannot get the momentum to get around Harris. Harris is doing everything. Oh, yeah, he gets on the wall there a little bit there. As Cofield definitely going to get to the back bumper here. But Harris still with the momentum. Still with the consistency. As Cofield is trying to find the lane. He goes from the top to the bottom to the middle. He's going to drive down to the bottom. Here goes Harris with him. Where can Cofield find a way to get around Harris?
Harris. Cofield inside. Here comes Smith. And believe it or not, The top three are pulling away. Last time they pitted, about less than 20 laps ago, lap number 108. It's lap 120, and it's 25 to go.
Here comes Newton. Pappas, Haney. Pappas up top. Newton and Haney on the bottom. Big run down the back straightaway by that Tire Pros number 88. Here comes Newton with him. Haney going to throw the block. Yeah, he's going to tuck in the middle. Newton trying to get to the bottom. But Haney trying to find a way as well around the Pappas.
If you're one of the color brackets, if you're not the top dog, you better be trying to make some desperation moves to put yourself in, because only 6 spots are for the taking. There's one guy we know, Team Blue, right there on the outside, Stephen Thomas, with a win the other week ago, punched his ticket in to the Championship 6. Lucas Lyons not here. He is one of the final 6. 5 more spots, 5 more colors to be decided in the brackets, and 23 to go, Cody, in 1 and 2.
Haney and Newton duking it out. Should go on board here with Haney. Haney all over the back bumper of Adam Newton and that Mama June's number 19. Haney up 28 positions. And Harris, your leader, he's up 15 positions. So big gains right there between both of them as Newton right where he started at. And then Pappas, the next biggest mover up in the top 5, he's up 8 spots.
Harris in the lead, but look at this storm brewing behind the top 3 podium. It's Pappas leading that locomotive. He's the conductor. The caboose right now, Peacock and maybe Thomas. And throw down Stiers in that mix as well. That is 6 trucks fighting for the last piece of chicken on the dinner table. And now we move in to the Premier Racing Setups, 20 to go. Thank you to all season long. We go side by side. We're not going to go to commercial. We fooled you, didn't we? Premier Racing Setups, dirt setups, NASCAR, short track, open wheel, you name it, they've got you covered. Mention NASRA, get 15% off of your order, 15% back in your pocket. That is Premier Racing Setups. And with under 20 to go, Cody Demers, has anybody got anything for Andrew Harris?
Well, Harris is strong. He's been strong all night long. He dominated that first stage, and as they go around a lap truck there, Harris has dominated. I mean, dominated this stage so far. Cofield right there with him, though. You got to wonder, Wesley, is Cofield playing strategy games? Is he keeping enough pressure on Harris to Harris burns his stuff up? So Cofield has that late run, but Cofield's also got to keep enough pressure on Harris that Luke Smith there, Kermit the Frog, he can't get to him either. So you got 3 trucks within, nose to tail of each other, and neither one of them can make a move. As we see Pappas and Big Newton. I got to go with Brendan Broadfoot. The first time I saw Adam Newton's name, I picked Big Newton's as well, so I got to go with Brendan Broadfoot on that one.
Big Newton. That's our buddy we call Adam Newton. We call him the Bulldog. Don't call him Fig Newton. He'll kick your tail, boy. You're making a new debut here. You don't want to make anybody mad, Coach. Hey. Right out of the gate. I mean, come on. You're brave. I'll give you that. Called him a Fig Newton. What the hell? Under 20 to go. Harris in the lead. Cofield and Smith, 1, 2, 3. Now, his nickname is the Bulldog. And by the way, from watching the 88 of Pappas, his truck looks really, really good. And now Cofield going after Harris for the lead. Punch the button, slingshot. War Eagle. Cofield battling Harris. He's up too high. Way high up in the tater patch.
And the only thing Cofield's got going for him right there was Luke Smith was actually pushing him just a little bit, but Harris still has the run, still has the momentum up on the outside lane as it go on board here with Cofield. Cofield's still trying to find a way around that number 87 machine and pulls alongside him and down the back straightaway as I got Biggles telling me he wants him to door him. I don't.
Door him, get him, slam him, hit him, bam him, bam him. And that's what they're all saying right now. If you got a crew, if you got a spotter, and you're one of these bracket drivers, they're telling him, hey, buddy, you better move the lead out of your pencil. It's time to go. Get your keister in mood because you have got to find a way to get up there. It's time to start trading paints, in the words of Dean Humpton. 15 to go.
Harris on that outside line, and it looks like Cofield's got the advantage there off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, and Harris going to have a big run, or we're going to see a slingshot move here down the back straightaway. There he goes, back to the inside. Here comes the 87 machine, 87, 58. They're going to door each other, Oh!
Sideways. Cofield powers around on the outside. It ain't two trailer park girls on the outside. It is Harris getting passed by Cofield on the outside. And the two trucks is Harris and Smith. Cofield now, the new leader. He pulls away. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We are down to the home stretch. Cofield now the new leader with under 15 to go, 13 to go. Remember, Cofield, team silver. He wins. He's in the championship 6, Cody, off turn 4.
Yeah, and Luke Smith there trying to get around him. As Cofield's starting to check out just a little bit. He's not too bad, but Pappas is working his way around that top side. And remember, we seen the 927 truck win stage 1 doing the same thing Pappas is doing. Fresh tires, good tires as Harris is going to get in the wall there. There you see Smith. Pappas to the inside of Harris for second down the front stretch. Oh.
12 to go. Time to step up and take what is yours. Real quickly, Dean, show the bracket as they race into turn number 1 and 2. There's the bracket. And there you see Cofield. He is on the bubble on the outside of of Goodwin. Goodwin is out. Cofield could make it. He's in the fence, though. Oh, save it. That's Harris in the wall. And Pappas and Newton are licking their chops, ready to pounce on him like a dog. Snarling, drooling for a bone. The Mad Dog down to the inside.
Harris trying to make something work, trying to keep digging. Pappas, he wants it too. He's going to try to run back down Harris. Here comes Newton. Here comes Smith. Smith pushing Newton on the bottom as they work through 3 and 4. Here comes Harris. Harris back on the outside.
Remember we talked about Adam Newton. If he was able to beat Maurer, Newton with a win would go to the championship 6. Even though he got stage 1 win. Right now, Cofield pulling away. Remember, here's something to think about with 10 to go, coming to 9 remaining in single digits on the left. We have not heard, Cody, anything from Jonathan Cofield since the start of the race. Remember, he got bypassed by Nate Maurer with 1 lap left to go in stage 1, and then he methodically, patiently, quietly, as a possum maybe, home back. Now he knows it's go time. Brian Chew off the wall, 8 to go.
Yeah, Jonathan Cofield qualified on the pole, fell back to the back, worked his way back to the front, and now he is out front when it matters. 9 laps to go, nobody in sight. Harris, the closest one in out, but he's got a truck in between him. But here comes Newton. They're going to split the lap truck 3 wide. Newton on the bottom. Harris on the outside. Cofield nowhere in sight in front of them, but here comes Harris. They're splitting them 3 wide as they work back down the front straightaway. We're coming 7 to go.
7 remaining now. 8 laps to go, heading to 7 to go. I think we got a lap ahead of ourselves right now as Cofield still leads. There's Harris up high. Down low, look at now Newton trying to run down the 87. Every position is important for the 19. If he can't win, he needs to be ahead of Maurer for points. But the 19 trying to get around Harris. 7 laps to go. Cofield is gone. It's a 1.5 seconds between these guys as they do a conga line now back into 1 and 2. Now we 2-step with Newton on the bottom and Harris up high in turn 2.
Here comes the 19 once again. 19, Newton, Harris, battling out side by side almost down the back straightaway. Can Harris get by Newton, or will Newton get by Harris, or even Luke Smith in the matter? Cofield's still out front. Has anybody have anything for that number 58? Harris still working the outside trying to hang on.
Up high, Harris. Newton on the bottom. Here he comes. 5 laps to go when they come to the line. This time by 4 fingers and a thumb from the starter. Barney ready to decide who's going to Vegas. Who is about ready to cash their chips. 22 lead changes in this race. 8 cautions. The longest stretch of the race besides at the start of stage 2 is right now. Lap 141 of 145. And Cofield is still in clean air and no one in sight. And he is Vegas dreaming, if you will. Working off turn 4.
Wesley Outland, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she ain't sung yet because we got 4 laps around this place left to go. And for Cofield. And Andrew Harris and Newton are still side by side. Harris is still trying to find his way around Newton, and Newton's still trying to find his way around that 87 machine. And who's laying in wait behind them? Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith. He's working his way right behind them. He's waiting on one of them to make a mistake so he can capitalize.
Jonathan Cofield from Mumford, Alabama for Team Highline Racing. Here's another statistic. Thank you, Jason Morales, for giving me this information. If he wins this race. But look at Newton. Finally around Harris for second with 3 to go. Does Newton got enough time to cut the deficit? Oh, he better be in stealth mode, and Harris ain't done battling on the high side. The top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies. And look out. Shot. Got Newton, holds on. Harris gave a punt to Newton, and Newton will not be denied. Penultimate lap in the penultimate race of the season at the line. If Cofield wins, it's Highline Racing's 2nd consecutive season that one of their drivers race for the championship finale. He's got 3 miles to go, Cody in 2.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's got anything for Cofield. And if you're Newton and Harris right now, if I'm them, you would be working with them. You would be working with each other, trying to catch Cofield, not racing each other. It's 2 laps to go. You're racing for second at this point. So why not work together and try to run down Cofield? But Cofield's coming off the 4, Wesley coming to the white flag.
A lot of special moments and lap traffic in the way as nobody sees the 58 in his sights. The Darrens detail and shine. 1 to go. That 3-truck scramble continues for the bridesmaid spot between Newton, Harris, and Smith. From Mumford, Alabama. He is an Auburn Tigers fan through and through. The only person that I know that loves Auburn more than him is my good friend Jackie. Mumford, Alabama's Jonathan Cofield. War Eagle, my friend, you're going to the Championship 6 at Vegas next week. He wins the Pultz Poppers 220 at Homestead. His 145th career start is his 15th career win, 61st top 5, and 94th top 10 of NASRA Racing Career 58.
Wow. Cofield dominated. I mean, he qualified on the pole, led most of the first stage, laid back in the second stage, played his strategy, and in stage 3, he was there when it mattered. He worked his way methodically through the field from the back, got to the front, and when he took the lead, Wesley Outland, it was a Jonathan Cofield show here at Homestead.
Jonathan Cofield is about to burn it down. NASRA career win 15th. Again, this is his 145th race in the NASRA sanctioning body. And the man who loves Auburn is ready to try to take it to everybody of NASRA Tide next Monday night for the championship finale at Vegas. Cofield will celebrate. Everyone else will come down to the pit lane. And in a race that lasted an hour and 40 minutes, are you not entertained? Jonathan Cofield, here's the winner. Cofield picks up the victory. He is, of course, running for Highline Racing for the second year in a row. Highline Racing will be competing for the championship final. Adam Newton, will it be enough of beating stage 1 winner Nate Maurer? We'll have to find out from the differences of the points finish. He finishes second. Andrew Harris third. Luke Smith, Kermit, a solid run for him in fourth, and Keith Haney, a really strong effort for him in the top 5. Taylor Peacock will finish 6th. Phil Pappas 7th. Bo Tiffany 8th. Joey Stiers 9th for Team Chrome. And Kerry Tribune, your top 10. Stephen Thomas will finish 11th along with Justin Lumpkin. Nate Maurer, again, Team Orange. Maurer Newton, who will prevail. He's 13th. Roger Diebold, Raul Meza, a solid top 15. Cole Larson, Darren Bruce, and the Holla Daddy, Mr. Restrictor Plate, Brian Chu, will be the top 18, Cody Deemers.
Yeah, coming home in 19th is Tom Lester. Brady LaBeouf with a solid top 20. Joshua Suss, 21st. Justin White, 22nd. Cody Knott, after a tough break there at the end, comes home 3 laps down. 23rd, James Kaufman, 24th, 7 laps down. Stephen Page, 25th, 8 laps down. Robert Richards comes home 26th, 11th laps down. Chad Rawlson, Matt Cherry come home 36 laps down, and that's your top 28.
Go ahead and do the rest of them, buddy. Go ahead.
Tyler Goodwin comes home 29th. Shane Trotter, J.D. Larson, 31st. Jeffrey Johnson comes home 32nd. Colton Hogan in 33rd. Chris Blanchard in that 34 for Upfront Motorsports. Lee Bailey in the third comes home 35th. Rounding out your field, 127 laps down.
8 cautions at the finish of this one. And Jonathan Cofield is heading to Vegas. But first, he's at Florida Cabinet Distributors, Victory Lane. We are chatting with Cofield, the podium. When we come back, stay with us here at Homestead, Miami.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Welcome to the Florida Cabinet Distributors Victory Lane on the NASCAR 360 Network. The Pultz Poppers 220 semifinal race of the season is at Homestead, Miami. Thanks to iRacing and NASRA, and Jonathan Cofield joins us. His 145th career NASRA start ends up with a victory, his 15th career win under the NASRA banner, and congratulations to you, Jonathan. Man, how you feeling? I mean, obviously, you got to get from one chapter to the next, right? Was that the goal here tonight, to just make it in to the championship 6 no matter what? Winning it was just even sweeter?
Man, Homestead couldn't have come at a better time. Like you said, 15 wins. Got my first win here last season. Beat Colin Weatherholt here at the championship race. So, yeah, love this track. It couldn't have come no better. Trying to get max points, lead laps, lead the most laps. I was doing math in my head all night trying to see where a good one was. Got some stage points in the beginning. He didn't get any, and then them guys took tires in the second stage and just blowed by us. And he got some stage points then, but I guess he got caught up in something on the straightaway or whatever and got crashed out. I hate that for him, man. We've had an awesome battle all season. We were just 6 points apart, and I was just doing math in my head all night, man, just trying to do my best.
Yeah, and Jonathan, man, you started on the pole, you fell back towards the back of the field, and was it part of a strategy you had to just kind of go towards the back, lay in wait, and let these guys race it out, and see how everything was, and then be there at the end, or was it just kind of how it all worked out?
Yeah, these stage points is just so important. I mean, right there at the end, 10 or 15 laps till stage end, they're jumping in for tires, and we fall to the rear. So, I mean, it's just so important to get them stage points, man. They're everything, and I feel like I did everything I could tonight to get max points. Like I said, hate it for a good one, man. He's been an awesome battle, but yeah, I didn't mean to fall to the rear. It just kind of happened when all this. It really surprised me how many guys took tires there.
Jonathan, man, this what would it mean to you to win the championship next Monday? I don't want to put the cart before the horse, and if you say, Wesley, shut up, I will. But what would it mean to give Highline Racing a title, and obviously you get a championship under the NASRA banner?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. That'd probably be my biggest championship I've ever had on iRacing. But yeah, looking forward to Las Vegas. I really like that track also. So got high hopes, but trying not to hope too high, to get a big head and do something stupid. So we'll take a break, run some races this week, and just kind of calm down and get ready for it.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors. Obviously, anybody that helps you out. I know Highline Racing has got to be tickled to death, and anybody else that you want to acknowledge for this special moment.
Yeah, definitely Jason at Highline for letting me join the team. All you guys that does the broadcast, we appreciate y'all more than you know. I'm finna go back and watch it. I really can't wait to go back and watch these broadcasts. Dean behind the scenes doing everything he does. Just everybody in NASRA, appreciate everybody. All the friends I've made in here, great competitors, good, hard, clean racing. My sponsors, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Cofield Supply and Service, Feel Me LLC, SM Racing Products. You ain't got a button box, go check those guys out. Type in Bandits 1 and save you a little money at checkout.
Well, buddy, Jonathan Cofield from Mumford, Alabama. And War Eagle. Go Auburn. I know you're going to do it for them. Are we going to see a special Auburn Tigers truck for the All-Star race for the finale at Vegas next week? I see you wearing your Auburn driver uniform, but are you gonna wrap up the truck in your Auburn colors for the finale next week?
No, we're gonna leave it just like it sits. We ain't gonna change it.
All right, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen,
might even get a Sharpie and mark these underwear, so I'll make sure I put them on next Monday.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Where's my damn sound button at? There we go. I had to, buddy. There you go. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, there is, of course, the man out of Munford, Alabama, Jonathan Cofield, Highline Racing, 145th career NASRA started as his 15th career win, 61st top 5 and 94th top 10 on the road to 100, and he will be one of the 6 drivers. Now 2 spots are filled Stephen Thomas in Team Blue, and of course now Jonathan Cofield in Team Gray, White, battling next week. Adam Newton, let's get a word with the Mad Dog, not Fig Newton. I don't know where that came from. Adam, it's always great catching up with you, my friend. Your take of this race, it was wild, it was intense, and that Mama June's number 19 was doing everything I think you had left in the truck to make a run to try to catch Cofield. Just ran out of time.
Yeah, I knew once he got clean air, he was gone. It was an instant replay of last time we were here, and when I finished second to Colin in the championship, and Cofield won that race. And I told him when we got in the room, I said, looked like deja vu. But yeah, congrats to him on the win, and we did everything we needed to do to make it to the next round.
And I gotta ask you, kind of explain to me your strategy. You know, it's kind of interesting seeing everybody's got a different strategy. And I know I seen you pick kind of late there in the first stage, but talk to me about your strategy a little bit that you had tonight.
Basically, I had to do whatever Nate Mallor didn't do. And when he took that extra set of tires, I knew I had to stay with my strategy. But yeah, I just had to do what the leaders did and what my competitor didn't do, and it worked out.
Do you feel like you've done enough, if you will, Adam, to put yourself in the championship 6 for next week?
I hope so. I'm thinking a possibility of. I know the person I was running against to beat out. I finished ahead of Nate, so I don't know. I'm hoping so, but we'll see.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, please thank your sponsors, man. Always great catching up with you, and we'll see what happens next week, sir.
Yeah. Give a shout out to the people in Person, Orange, Durham County right now. We got hit real hard yesterday, a lot of damage, and it was a miracle that we actually got online tonight. We've been, I'm still on the generator, and just want to thank everybody for all the help. You know, the roads are gone all around me and whatnot, and say, thanks to the people doing all that. And Dan with DSR, Millie's Restaurant and Catering, A's Lawn and Landscaping, Family Handyman, Justin Lumpkin for all the paints, Jack's Mowing and more, Darren's Nail Gun Repair, Brady, Team of Nazareth, Leslie, you, and congrats to Jacob and his family on the little man coming out today, and Mama June's LPP Race Cars, and thank God, and my teammates Justin Lumpkin, Newbert, Stephen Thomas, and Team Chrome.
Oh, buddy, there you go. Team Chrome had a really good, solid night tonight, and so did Adam Newton. We'll see where everything stacks up in the points. By the way, he's already got 400 career starts tonight. His career start number 403 for Adam Newton from Virginia, with 15 career wins as well, 99 top fives, and tonight is his 222nd top 10. Got some awesome stats for the man from Virginia. Let's grab now Andrew Harris. Pull Andrew. You tried. Is that the? I know that's two words that I don't want to say to the Kansas native, but man, is that honestly what it sums up to be? Because everything I think you had, it seemed like it went away that last 10 laps of the race. And did you just push the truck too hard? Was you hoping for a late race caution, waiting to see everybody pit? What's your take of being on the podium, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm lucky to be here with these guys as far as saving tires goes. I was basically a nun at a rock and roll concert, out of place. I should not have been up here. They're just incredible at saving tires. I had nothing, absolutely nothing left in that truck. I think I was rubbing it off the wall for the last 10 laps there, just trying to squeeze every bit of it out, but had nothing left. And if a caution would have came with 15 to so or go, I would have been even more done because I had no tires in the bank. So we took everything with us this time.
Well, stage 2 winner, man, coming home with that. That's something at least you can take here from Homestead. Are you looking forward to Las Vegas or not really?
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a better track for me. I tend to do a little bit better there. It's, I guess, more straightforward and easy. I do want to definitely try to stay out of the way of these guys that are running for championships. I probably ran a little bit too hard up front here with these guys, but it all worked out. We ran really hard, and next week I'll probably try to do my best to stay a little bit more out of the way than I was this time, unless it's coming for the win. And I'm going for it.
Andrew, before we let you go, man, please thank your sponsors. But obviously, I got to ask you, what is it like racing amongst drivers that are fighting for the championship 6 or fighting to stay in the bracket? But then you got these other guys that are just trying to win races, and I guess just to show people that, hey, I still got it. What does that make it different on the racetrack, seeing how it finishes?
Yeah, just a little depressing that we're not racing in the bracket. Still had some really unlucky stuff with the computer crashing 2 weeks in a row. Not that I know that I would have made it anyway, but just a little depressing to be running up there. I know I can run up with the guys that are still in the bracket. So it is good to show, maybe next season we can make a better run at it. But good to show that we can still be up here with these guys. But again, I'd like to be a little bit more respectful as far as, I know what they're racing for and I know what I'm not racing for.
Well, buddy, before we do let you go, man, can you please thank your sponsors? And obviously, we'll see you next week for the finale of the season. And I know everybody will start getting rip roared and ready, because I guess probably around 2 or 3 weeks later it's the Clash, and then we're getting ready to go down to Daytona again, and we reset to do it all over. It seems like the Monday and Friday trucks of NASRA is like the premier leagues for the NASRA brand, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like to thank Cape Roofing and Instruction Dome Park, roofing guy here in our local town, up front for bringing me into this and letting me run on the team. All the guys are super respectful, fast drivers in there. Michael J. Steele with the amazing paint scheme that he always does. If you need a paint, hit him up. You guys for putting this on. Brady, everybody for running this thing. And, of course, my beautiful wife for letting me do this week in and week out.
Well, buddy, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is the thoughts of Mr. Harris there. Andrew Harris, always great chatting it up with him. Obviously finishing in third. Second place going to the Mad Dog, Adam Newton, or the Bulldog. And, of course, when it's said and done, it is Jonathan Cofield picking up the victory. Highline Racing and Stephen Thomas will obviously all be heading to the championship 6. We don't know who the other 4 are. We're trying to hang back here, Cody Deemers, to see if I can get race director or somebody with the series, but I don't see any of our officials. I don't see any of our officials here. So I think maybe they're doing an extensive review of all of that to make it before it's official. But I can tell you right now that obviously it will be Stephen Thomas. He already had a lock. And obviously the driver of Jonathan Cofield. So Cofield, by the way, was at the bottom on the outside looking in. You see him in red on the team white bracket, Cody Deemers. And it's like the lyrics to the song by Journey. Don't stop believing, right? I mean, stay in it, keep driving, and look at this. Cofield was going to be in the out. He was outs coming into this race, and now he wins. He's fighting for a championship for Highline Racing next Monday night. I would say Taylor Peacock is going to advance. I want to say Adam Newton had a 12-point lead over Maurer. And, yeah, Nate Maurer got a stage win, but Newton finished better than him. So we need to see where that all shuffles out. But yeah, if I was predicting, it would be for Team Red, Brady LaBeouf, Stephen Thomas, and Jonathan Cofield for Team Blue and White. I would say that I want to say Pappas raced better than Diebold. They both had some good moments, but I think Pappas finished better than Roger Diebold at the end. And I would say that obviously Taylor Peacock has punched his ticket. He could have won last week, and he fell back at the end. And I'm going to say Adam Newton, Nate Maurer. But that stage win, Cody Deemers, kind of maybe might hang in the balance to determine what happens with that.
Yes, for sure. And, I definitely I agree with that. I mean, it all comes down to you know, who's going to do better at the end of the day. I mean, you got Jonathan Cofield. I mean, this is good for him. You know what I mean? This kind of punches his ticket into the next round. So, a win's a win for him, but other guys gotta fight a little harder. So, definitely going to be interesting to see who goes home with the championship next weekend.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one more time before we go off the air, we want to send a big congratulations to not only Jonathan Cofield, but my great friend Taylor Reeves and her husband, the redneck announcer Jacob. They finally had their baby, and that is the reason why Jacob was not here. I don't know when he'll be back. He'll be back soon. But he had a baby. There ain't gonna be no crickets in the house no more, Cody. I can tell you that for Jacob.
For sure.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. So sound the air horn for NASRA World. Big congratulations to my brother, Jacob Reeves. I love you. I'm so happy. And there it is. Oh, my goodness. A little bundle of joy. Oh, enjoy it. Anybody that's got kids like me or anyone else, they'll tell you, enjoy it, love it. It flies by. My son graduated from high school back in May, and I tell my friends this. I told his mom, Tabitha, my friend Jackie, so many other people that I was with that day. I found myself like literally in a trance of remembering the memories and the moments or special things that happened for my son. And I know Jacob is ready to make some awesome memories with him and Taylor with that new bundle of joy. Don't forget Cops Truck Series Friday night. I won't be in the booth because I'll be calling NASCAR and on the road to New York, but somebody will. Hell, it might be Cody Deemers. Friday night, the NASCAR Cops Truck Series on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. They are in the playoffs. And next week, the finale will be at virtual Las Vegas Sim City for 6 drivers. And the finale of season 5 coming up. Well. Cody Deemers, you finally got that rookie stripe ripped off of your chest, man. You're finally a part of the NASRA family. Welcome, brother, and your final take of working tonight's race and your take of tonight here at Homestead.
Yes, sorry, I'm over here being quiet. I'm actually already set up for the next production. I'm doing production for the next league at 11:15. They're actually already on the track for their race. So
the Open, we're not broadcasting. By the way, I just want to let you know that. So we're not doing the All-Star Open. That's not us. So, but anyhow, Your final take of everything here tonight for the NASRA World at Homestead, buddy.
Yeah. So great race. I mean, Jonathan Cofield, pretty much put on a clinic. Him and Andrew Harris and Paul Newton and Nate Maurer getting that win in the stage 1. I mean, that's impressive. That just shows how dominant he is. You know what I mean? He come up here and race with the big boys and not even a playoff driver. So that definitely showed a big show there. So definitely interesting to see that happen as well. But other than that, all in all, a good race.
It should be a good one. I don't know if you'll be back with us next week or if Jacob will be back. Or I think Jacob's taking a leave of absence. I don't know when he'll be back. So maybe we'll have Cody Deemers joining us next Monday night. We'll hash all that out for the championship next week at Sim City, Las Vegas. Dean Hopton, I got to bring you in, my friend. Always a great job on pushing the buttons, making us sound good, look good, new people, old people. Obviously, I know you got to give some words to our buddy Jacob on the birth of their baby finally. And, man, what's going to happen at Vegas next week, sir? Phenomenal job on production. And I will be getting back with you in about 9 hours' time.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Absolutely pleasure to have you in the booth there, Cody, as well, too. And for the first time, us working together, my friend. And it's absolutely big congratulations, of course, Jake, and to he and his family for the young one now coming in there. So Jake's got a lot on his plate, but what a great man. He'll be able to handle that, no problems. And congratulations to these drivers that'll be going through to the playoffs, to the finale, of course, the big one in Viva Las Vegas. Looking forward to it, Wes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody at NASRA, iRacing and the NASRA 360 Racing Network, DSR Electric, Pultz Poppers, on behalf of everyone, we thank you for joining us. Thanks to the drivers, the audience, the teams, young and old. We appreciate y'all running with us, supporting us. And again, congratulations, Jonathan Cofield, winning tonight in the Pultz Poppers 220. More details about NASRA at North American Sim Racing Association.com. Series director tonight was TJ Moore. Operators and presidents of NASRA is Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott. Producer director is Dean Hopton. For my buddy, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, congrats on the new stork. For Cody Deemers, I'm Wesley Outland. We'll see you next Monday night, where 6 drivers will battle on Sim City, lay it all on the line, cash their chips, roll the dice. I've run out of analogies to describe what will determine who will be the champion next Monday in Season 5 of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. The only thing I can say in closing is you need to watch it to see it. Good night from Homestead.